We always say that women actually dictate the dating market. And if they are requiring something, then men will adapt to actually get what they want. This is actually happening over in Japan now. And I think as more, different cultures, races, black people actually come over to Japan or fly over to Southeast Asia, you're going to see more women actually talking to those foreigners. Now, what does that actually leave for the locals that are there, the local men that are there? Well, they're going to do what they need to do to actually get their women, or women just in general. We're starting to see them literally accepting the African Americans' culture and experience in a way that you guys have never seen before. What's going on, people? This is your boy Say One's History. You are watching The Male's Perspective. And yo, look, if you like these videos, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It would do so much good. It would benefit us so much if you actually just hit that notification bell or even like or subscribe. It costs you literally nothing. And we can get this out to the masses, and we're able to pump more footage out for you. But with that being said, this next video that we're actually about to review is coming from historical Africa. And this young man is actually going to be talking about something that's very interesting going on in Southeast Asia. And that is, I don't want to call it a cultural appropriation, even though that's what we would call it over here in the West. But in Southeast Asia, particularly Japan, the young men out there are actually doing something different. They're actually changing their hairstyles more to an African look. And look, I'm not even going to play with it anymore. They're literally changing and turning their hair into afros and dreadlocks and just any other African American or African hairstyle that you can think of here. And I don't know if it's because you're seeing an influx of women in those Southeast Asian countries actually dating more foreign men, black men included, of course, obviously. And also, I want to give a shout out to my wife, because she had mentioned that to me. When I was telling her I was going to talk about this, and she said, "Do you think it's because a lot more Asian women are actually interested in black men?" I said, "Wow, I never even thought about that." And in this field, or in this genre, men always talk about what women control the dating pool. So men are going to do what they have to do to actually talk to women, and these men are doing exactly that. So they're basically saying, hey, if you want black men, or if you want the aesthetics of a black man, we're going to give that to
you. Greetings, everyone. I am Mika, a 28-year-old woman hailing from the land of the rising sun, Japan. I've had the fortune of experiencing a myriad of cultures and perspectives, and I'm here today to share my story. Let's go. Diving right into the heart of the matter, I've always found myself drawn to Black American men. Why, you might ask? Well, in my experience, they embody a unique blend of care, attention, and protectiveness that I find both comforting and appealing. Now, let's talk about...
And I gotta pause it right there just for a quick second, because I have to emphasize on the video that I actually did just maybe like 2 days ago, and I reviewed the Passport OG's video where he was talking about the black man superpower and why black men are so sought after by women in these other countries. And it's not because of the sexual prowesses, although like he said, that may actually be a superpower on its own, but it's because we embody, caring, emotion, sympathy, because we come from a land where we're taught that we have to be everything. We come from a perspective where if you're average, then you're below standard. And when you go to these other countries and you indulge in these other cultures, they see you for who you are. They actually like you for your wit. They like you for your personality. They like you for your caring, your nurturing, and they're willing to return that to you tenfold. So, this is just one of those things where, hey man, I mean, we got it good. We really do. But in the States, not so much. But let's let her keep going. I'm sorry, you guys. I know you guys hate that when I keep talking, but I had to give that one. But let's go.
Dating in Japan. It's a challenging landscape, to say the least. The relentless pressure to excel at work often takes precedence over personal relationships. But here's the twist. I've found that Black American men approach this differently. They seek to work smarter, not harder, finding innovative ways to earn a living rather than merely clocking in long hours. Growing up, I heard stereotypes painting Black men as thugs, perhaps even scammers. But let me tell you, that's far from the truth. I've had the pleasure of meeting Black men who are successful professionals, working for renowned companies. They masterfully balance a serious demeanor with a sense of humor that's truly refreshing. In contrast, my encounters with men in Tokyo often left me feeling as if there were only two extremes: those who were all play and those who were all work, with little room for a middle ground. Now, here's a fascinating...
Now I have to stop this too, again, and I apologize to those people out there who hate this, but we actually have that saying in this space of men, and we always say that women actually dictate the dating market, and if they are requiring something, then men will adapt to actually get what they want. This is actually happening over in Japan now, and I think as more different cultures, races, Black people actually come over to Japan or fly over to Southeast Asia, you're going to see more women actually talking to those foreigners. Now, what does that actually leave for the locals that are there, the local men that are there? Well, they're going to do what they need to do to actually get their women, or women just in general. And it's kind of crazy. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit, because we're starting to see them literally accepting the African Americans' culture and experience in a way that you guys have never seen before. So we're going to talk about that.
Guys, Chinese folks have been changing their hair into afros and locs. This is a win for African culture. I am glad the stereotype is changing. I remember when we were discriminated because of our afros, braids, bantu knots, locks, and here we are today. Let's watch these clips and I'll share my thoughts after.
Look at that fro. Wow. So they're literally twisting their hair individually into wires. Or they have wires and they're putting wires in their hair. And then they take them out. And then they comb it with a pick. Loving it. are the wires. I want to go ahead and pause it for a second. They're the wires that they're using. Leave it in there for a sec. Twist them up, take it out, and just pick them. There go the dreads. And like I said, this is something that you're going to continue to see as the world actually starts to become more and more connected. We are becoming more and more connected as Earth is actually just as people are traveling more. And because of that, you're going to see cultures starting to mix together. And these men are going to do what they have to do to actually be able to mate select and produce and have families. And that's exactly what they're doing. So shouts out to them. The other thing I wanted to actually talk about is culture. And, you know, the thing that America actually exports more than anything in the world. We export one thing and we export it very well, and that is culture. Now, whether this is good culture or bad culture, it actually depends on how far they take it. Because if they're actually just doing the hair and, you know, the different styles, I'm fine with that. But we all know in a lot of different cases, that's normally not the only type of culture that is actually exported over. So I hope and I pray that they don't start to pick up some of the bad aspects that we actually have over here. You know, with the gang violence and the slang and whatnot. I really hope it doesn't go that far, because these are some of the things that I've come accustomed to enjoy and love about Southeast Asia, you know, the Philippines and whatnot. I've actually seen this where I was actually walking in a grocery store with my wife, and we saw a Filipino guy, and he had dreads in his hair, and he had the tips of his dreads actually dyed at the tip of them. So, you know, this is just going to continue to happen. And, you know, we're just going to see, you know, how far it's going to go, I guess, and just pray for the best. But let's let them keep going.
The history of the Afro can be traced back to tribal Africa, where hair was used to define roles, hierarchy, and status. But it was not until ancient Egypt that black hairstyles were found in drawings and hieroglyphics, from which it was learnt that wig and weavings symbolize rank throughout men and women alike. Due to colonialism, thousands of Africans were traded as slaves in the 1600s, and for the next 350 years or more, they would be told that their natural hair was a symbol of inferiority. Fast forward to 1960s, the beginning of the natural hair movement. In addition to the already ongoing civil rights movement, black people decided to eradicate the negative perception of being black. Natural hair, worn as a halo of cause, became a symbol of pride and heritage.
And I just want to say again, the look, the Afro is something that we do not dislike, because as we can see in the Black Panther movement, the civil rights movement, people were wearing afros and all different kind of locks back then, and we didn't have that same attitude. We just don't like the attitude that's actually being presented now in the world, and I think that's a lot, because we need to come together as a people and as a country. But let's let them keep going.
Wearing an afro, we are making a political statement. We are fighting for the status quo. Afro hair is more than just a hairstyle. It is a statement of identity, resilience, and cultural pride. Today, we are going to explore what makes Afro hair so incredibly unique and beautiful. One of the most amazing things about Afro hair is its incredible versatility. From tight coils to loose coils, Afro texture hair comes in a variety of patterns, allowing for an endless array of styling possibilities. Now let's get a bit scientific. Afro hair is characterized by its unique structure. The hair strands are flat and ribbon-like, with more twists and turns than other hair types. This structure contributes to the coiled pattern and adds to the overall strength and resilience of Afro hair. Afro hair, not just a physical attribute, it is deeply intertwined with culture and history. For many, it is a symbol of pride, representing a connection to African heritage and the resilience of the African diaspora. Embracing one's natural hair texture has become a powerful movement. Many individuals are now choosing to go natural, celebrating their coils and kinks. It is not just a trend, it is a statement about self-love and acceptance. Unfortunately, Afro hair has been often subject to stereotypes and misconceptions. It is time to break down these barriers and celebrate the beauty of diversity. Afro hair is professional, glamorous, and most importantly, a reflection of individuality. So there you have it, the uniqueness of Afro hair in all its glory. Whether you are rocking a big, bold afro or embracing your coils, remember that your hair is a work of art. Embrace it, celebrate it, and most importantly, love it. If you enjoy.
So what do you guys think? I know a lot of people in the Americas are going to be upset with this actually going on now in Southeast Asia, where they're actually, they would say, copying a lot of the styles. And I wouldn't disagree with that terminology. But I don't think it's more of copying per se than actually a form of flattery. So let me know what you guys think. Again, like, subscribe if you enjoyed these videos, and I will actually keep you posted and updated for the next ones that's coming out. Appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace. I really appreciate you guys for watching the video all the way through, but if you can do me a little itty bitty favor and hit that subscribe button, it would really help if you hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. So thank you in advance. Appreciate it.